Hi guys, here's a quick video to show you how to calibrate your own NAM files, and these are files which are not .gem. Okay, so they're not editable, and that's why we need to calibrate them at this end. But if you do have any old NAM files that you do want to have calibrated in Genesis 1.02 and above, then this is the process that you can follow in order to get unity gain profiles when you load them into Genesis. So what do we need to do? First of all, we need to have a test tone generator. So basically this is a 1K sine wave at -18, and if we just take Genesis out of the equation, we can see that we are there or thereabouts, -18. So I'm just using the BX meter there to make sure that that's at 0, and yeah, so -18 in there, and there we go. So the next job is to load up the profile that you would like to calibrate. In fact, we're not going to do that next. We're going to, the next stage of the process, we are going to load up the profile itself. So if we go to this particular old NAM profile I've got here, and we're going to calibrate this Scully 7.5 hot. So what we're going to do is open that, right click, I'm just going to open with, and I'm just going to open that in Notepad. Okay, so we have that here. This is how it looks when we open in Notepad, and you can see that we have the NAM header information as well as the model weights that the inference engine uses to run the model in real time. So as you can see, within the header information, what we're actually looking for here is the gain, this little section that says gain here. And what we're going to do is, I've already done this in here, but this could have a load of numbers. It could look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a load of numbers in there. We don't want that. We just want to re-zero off this to 0.000. Let's give ourselves 3 decimal places, and then what I'm just going to do is save that. So that is now saving, and what I call the 0 position for calibration. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our door, we're going to engage Genesis, and then we are going to load in the Scully hot. Okay, and now we can see by the level that's in here, this one's actually not too bad, but some of them will be significantly louder or significantly quieter, but the process is exactly the same. And what we're going to do is we are just going to turn the output knob in Genesis until we get that to be bang on -18, and then this is going to be 0.4. So we're going to go back to our header here, and in here we're going to go to, because we're having to turn it up, we don't want a minus because we're not turning the knob down, we want a 0.4 entering into there. We are then going to save that. We are going to say no model, and then we're going to test if this works. We're going to put the output knob back to 0. Go into here, we're going to load up the Scully 7.5 hot again, and what we should see is the output now. Everything is at unity. Excuse me, and the output is at exactly -18. Okay, so let's just do another one to make sure that we know what we're doing. So let's right click on this 15 IPS version. We're going to open with Notepad, and we're going to go in here, we're going to find this gain section here, going to take all that out, and we're going to 0 that gain staging off. And then we very cleverly built in the ability to read this header information in Genesis. So what we're going to do is load up the 15, and then we are going to see that Genesis is now at -18.9. So we're just going to turn that up. For those of you who are good at maths, you know that that's 0.8, 0.9 anyway. So it turns out to be plus 0.8. So we're going to go back to here. We're going to put in the 0.8, and we're going to save that. And then we're going to come back here, and then we are going to switch to there. And I'm just going to load in that 15 IPS manually just to make sure that everything is reset when we load it in. Just going to flick that back to the 0 position, and as you can see, we are there or thereabouts at -18. I can seem to be 0.1 off there, which nobody would ever hear. But if we wanted to correct that, we could just go back in and add that 0.1. Oops, oh, seems to be there now. It's ever so slight, 0.1. So let's just add a 0.1 in there. So we'll make that 0.9, and then we'll resave it, and then we'll go back. We'll reset the output, and then we'll go back to the 15 IPS. We'll load that in again, and there we are, bang on the -18. I hope that helps, guys, and it just means that if you have any troublesome old NAM extension files, models, series 1 to 4 out there, then you can literally go in and you can do this process in order to ensure that when you load your profiles in, then they're all going to be unity gain. Just remember, if you're doing compressors, then you need to be following the same process, but just make sure that the red knob is at the -24 position and follow the exact same process. I hope that helps, guys. Thank you.